Imagine waking up in the middle of the night. Your mind is fully awake, but your body is paralyzed. You try to scream, but no sound comes out. Suddenly, a shadowy figure appears at the foot of your bed, watching you. This terrifying phenomenon is called sleep paralysis, and if you've ever experienced it, you're not alone. It affects millions of people around the world. Today, we're diving into what sleep paralysis is, why it happens, some real-life terrifying stories, and most importantly, how you can prevent it from happening to you. So, what exactly is sleep paralysis? Simply put, it's a state where your body is temporarily paralyzed, just as you're falling asleep or waking up, but your brain is still conscious. It's like being caught in between sleep and wakefulness. Normally, during the rapid eye movement, our REM stage of sleep, our muscles are shut off to prevent us from acting out our dreams. But during sleep paralysis, this mechanism malfunctions. You wake up mentally, but your body hasn't quite caught up yet. If you've ever experienced sleep paralysis, it can be one of the most terrifying things you go through. Common symptoms include being unable to move your body despite being awake, a feeling of pressure on your chest, as if something heavy is sitting on you, intense fear or a sense of impending doom, hallucinations like seeing shadowy figures or hearing footsteps, which are common due to the brain still being in a dreamlike state. Why does sleep paralysis happen? Scientists believe sleep paralysis occurs when the transitions between sleep stages are disrupted. Stress, sleep deprivation, and irregular sleep schedules can all increase the likelihood of experiencing it. When the brain doesn't smoothly transition out of REM sleep, the result is this disorienting state where your mind is awake, but your body remains in sleep mode. Terrifying real-life examples. The first story comes from a man who experienced sleep paralysis multiple times throughout his life, but one night stands out vividly. He recalls waking up in the middle of the night, unable to move. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw a tall, dark figure standing in the corner of his room, motionless. He couldn't turn his head or scream. The figure slowly moved towards him, hovering over his bed, and the feeling of terror was overwhelming. The figure leaned down as if to whisper in his ear, and he could feel its breath on his neck. But no words came, just the deafening silence and the paralysis. Moments later, the figure disappeared, and he snapped out of it. This is known as the Shadow Man, or Hat Man, one of the most common hallucinations during sleep paralysis. The fear of these figures often makes the experience more horrifying than a simple physical paralysis. Another chilling tale comes from a woman who reported seeing what is known as the Old Hag. One night, she awoke to a crushing sensation on her chest. She opened her eyes and saw an old, wrinkled woman sitting on top of her. The old woman's eyes were piercing and cold, her mouth twisted into a sneer. She couldn't move, couldn't scream, and the pressure on her chest made it difficult to breathe. The old hag seemed to enjoy her fear, leaning closer and closer until their faces nearly touched. In the blink of an eye, the figure vanished, and she was able to move again. This tale of the old hag is rooted in folklore across many cultures. The feeling of an evil entity sitting on your chest, making it hard to breathe, is a common symptom of sleep paralysis. Though terrifying, these figures aren't real. They're creations of the mind during REM sleep. How to prevent sleep paralysis? So, how do you stop sleep paralysis from happening? The good news is, there are ways to reduce the risk. Here are a few tips. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your sleep cycle. Improve your sleep hygiene. This means creating a relaxing bedtime routine, avoiding screens, and ensuring your sleep environment is quiet and comfortable. Reduce stress and anxiety. Practices like meditation or deep breathing can help you unwind before bed. Avoid sleeping on your back. Some studies suggest that sleeping on your back increases the chances of experiencing sleep paralysis. While sleep paralysis can be terrifying, it's important to remember that it's harmless. Understanding why it happens and how to prevent it can take away some of the fear. If you've ever experienced sleep paralysis, let us know in the comments below. Share your stories. We'd love to hear them. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on more fascinating insights into the mysteries of sleep and dreams. Sweet dreams.